Alright, I'm Jason here from Woody's Auto Sales, here to show you this 2002 Centurion Sport Bowrider boat. Just going to do a walk around to show you the outside of it. Well, before I get into the inside of the boat, I mean you pretty much see all of the boat, but I'm just going to do a walk around and show you the trailer, the outside, the whole boat. And then I'm going to get in there and really show you all the damage, all the stuff that'll need to be fixed. Obviously the tower isn't there, or the windshield isn't there. You can see that now. Trailer's in perfect shape, tires are good, drives or tows real nice, real smooth, solid. So we'll walk up here. See, so there is no damage on this trailer, and the wakeboard tower was ripped off, as you can see. Well, actually I cut it off, it was smashed down. I just took a sawzall and finished shearing it off so that it wasn't just hanging on the boat, but all the mounts are still there and solid. As you can see, we've got some damage here, some damage here. This, of course, it goes all the way through. The cup holder missing. The top of this seat and the wood, I mean the upholstery's been torn off and the wood is broken. I do have the lid for this and it's actually good. In fact, I'll just stick it on right here real quick. Okay, so that lid's there, the hinges are broken right there. So we got here, we've got along here. Again, this stuff isn't broken through here. It would need resin, just a little bit of resin and sanding, and it'd be fixed. These two bars here got smashed down across here. The upholstery right here got torn up. This wood, it's just, as you can see, the brad, well, let's see if I can get some light in there. The brad nails have come out from here. I mean, normally this would sit just like this, flat. So that's gonna have to be, the wood's gonna need to be re-brad nailed, and then new upholstery right there on the top of that seat. Front again right here, resin, gel coat. You know, just resin right here, along here. I mean, it hasn't broken through anywhere along here. It just needs to be re-resined. And the bumper, as you can see, is a little bit rough shape here. The insert for the bumper, I do have it. It was in the back of the boat, so that's here. I'm not sure exactly, you know, how, I mean, it's still usable, but I don't know how great a shape it's in, but I do have it. So, well, let me step back and show you. So all the damage on this thing is from the top of that bumper up. So, you know, the hull and everything's in great shape. There is a couple of little things like this right on the very edge where they docked it. And again, it's just chipped the gel coat. It's not even into the fiberglass. Both sides, you can just, you know, normal wear and tear there from docking the boat. I'm gonna get under here. Well, geez, if I can get a good angle here to show you the. Let me lay down here. Show you the underside of the boat. Is really good and clean. There isn't any damage under here at all. So then I'll show you. Let's see. Let me get inside then and show you the rest of it. So I'll start up here at the front. Let me back up so you can get some kind of idea of some reference here. So this is the dash. This is the dash, and it's obviously broken. And some of the gauges are still here. People have been asking me about that, and I wasn't sure, but you can see that one's still here and still usable. This one, the tack, whatever that was, not. There's a couple of, this one is still in there. Obviously, that's your fuel, volts, oil, and temp, all still in there. There's a small gauge here that's broken. That's probably your hours and everything. There's another big gauge here. So, I mean, it's got 4 or 5 of the gauges just hanging here. The radio's still in here. All of the blower horn, bilge, you know, all the switches are fine. They haven't been damaged at all. Steering wheel's all good. Drive's good. Captain's chair is good. No damage on that at all. Speakers are blown. Well, the covers are gone. You'll want some speakers anyway. I don't even know this stereo, this cheap little Sony stereo. I was just gonna replace that as well. So this gauge pod has these little covers on and it unscrews. So you wouldn't even need to fiberglass this perfectly. You just need it reinforced enough right here, just enough to screw into your new gauge pod. So I was just going to order this gauge pod from Fine Line Industries here. And look around, just it's just a molded plastic with vinyl covering it. So the gauge pod isn't fiberglass or anything like that. It just needs to be replaced and screwed on there and have new gauges put in. I was just going to run autometer gauges or whatever aftermarket gauges I wanted to run, because I mean they're gauges are gauges. You're gonna just get the same readings. So that's what I was going to do. You can see where the windshield. Okay, this is a cup holder, and I've seen it here somewhere. I don't know which one of these pockets or under the seats. It's there somewhere. This is obviously still here, but like I said, the hinges are broken, so that'll need to have the hinges replaced. This seat here this is the damage I showed you first. Cuts here and broken away here on the top. And then the windshield came right around here like this, the frame. You can still see the screws and everything. And that's what did the damage over here. Kind of came off, broke it open, scored it up. So the front of the bow right here, that's the front of the upholstery I was showing you at first, where it's kind of curled up a little bit. These are the two grab bars that are bent down. The back of this seat's also messed up right here. So, and this bottom cushion has some really little teeny marks right here, and I guess there's little cuts, little teeny ones. I don't even know if I would mess with those. But the back of this cushion, definitely. The back of this cushion, pretty decent still. This cushion all the way around is good. So an upholstery wizard would be needed for a couple of these things here. This bottom cushion here is good. The doghouse, as you can see, took the brunt. The ski pole is got a little bit of scratches right there, but other than that, it's not bent or any way damaged. The doghouse, like I said, is back up here so you can see it. Damage there. The side panel here, a couple of nicks up here. I was just going to redo these myself because the piping and the side would be easy. It's so easy to take off and staple on my own upholstery. It's the stitching and sewing that was going to cost me, but this side here is good. This back cushion has one little tear right there. It's got a couple little parts on the bottom cushion that was obviously just repaired and mended from the previous owner, not damage related, or accident related damage, I should say. This piece here, let me open it up. The carpet for down in here is right here, so I still have that carpet. This ram came unscrewed right there. I don't think that's accident related either, but it will need to be screwed back in, probably reinforced or put in a different spot. But everybody ripping it up and down. But that's storage there. And that lid's in good shape. Oh, the worst of the fiberglass. Come back around here. There's a couple little just marks right here. They're just nothing big there. So there's some that's pretty bad there where it just needs jet or resin. And then right here, this is the biggest part here. This is a break right here, and I can still move these around. I mean, it does not go below this bumper, but it will need to be. This will need to come off. The wakeboard tower mount will have to come off, and then clamped back up, reinforced from the back side with some cloth and resin, and probably, I was going to V it out, so I'm going to create a gap between the two pieces, bridge it in with resin and mat, and really reinforce that really good, and perhaps even make my own bracket for underneath. But it's fixable. It's not a disaster there. So that's the worst of the break in the glass right there. That's the only part that's actually a structural break. The rest of it's just needs resin in a couple spots where there's some holes, need to have mat put back in them. But that's the only structural piece, the only part that's broken, and it does not extend into the hull. It does not go below the bumper. Carpet's a little bit, got a little stain right here. It's a little bit damp from frost. I had a tarp on it, but it got a little bit frosty last night. So, but the carpet's actually in pretty good shape. Just kind of walk around and show it to you real quick. The batteries, let me see if I can lift the seat up without jiggling this camera too much. This hinge on this seat is going to need to be fixed too. But the batteries have been taken out. I don't know, if they did that when they winterized it. Put the batteries in storage. They did not make it back into the boat, so it does not have a battery. So it'll need a battery. Trying to think. Oh, let me let the doghouse show you the motor. So, and the carpet, get on the doghouse, needs to be stapled here. This doghouse just needs to be totally reupholstered. The fiberglass, as you can see on it though, is in good shape. Let me back up and show it to you. Doghouse itself is good, just needs to be upholstered. The motor is great. It's been winterized. All the little bags with all your plugs in it and everything. When the doghouse got damaged, this cracked. So this air cleaner's got a crack on it, and then, this is just a cover. This cover's got a crack in it, and then the air cleaner itself got a little piece broken out of the corner here. So, but underneath that, it's all good. And then I just noticed in this a while ago too, when I was looking at one of the sensors right here. These two wires here go to a sensor right here, and so whatever this sensor is got broken too. I'll give you a good look around the rest of it though. So, but they winterized it right. I mean, it's all good. The oil is nice and clean and full. I'll pull that out in a second and show it to you. Let me put this lid back on. Okay. So this is your oil here. If you can see that on there, yeah. It's super clean, full, and that's how it was when I got it. So it's, a lot of guys ask me if this flipped off, and I don't think so. That oil would have come off up everywhere through the valve covers. What I really think, especially upon closer inspection of this boat the last couple of days, as I've really tried to figure it out, it said storm damage from the insurance company. I really think this was in winter storage inside somewhere. I really think either the roof fell in on the structure it was being stored under. But I mean, all this stuff looks like stuff fell on it, crushed down the tower, crushed the windshield, and it looks like they drug it out from the debris, because there's just, they hooked it to a truck or whatever, took debris off of it or whatever, and then just kind of pulled it out. I mean, I can't see. Everything is kind of looks like, it had something fall on it. Because there's other places that this, if this thing had come off and flipped upside down, there's all kinds of other things that would have been damaged. But I think that it had debris landing on it all over the place. Let me see what else. That fluid down there is full as well. I checked that this morning. All the fluids are full, except the water, of course. So it has been winterized. The tanks are under here, and they've got stabilizer in them. Not much fuel either, so that's good. Trying to see what else. The gel coat and the body and paint, everything from the bumper down is fantastic on the boat. The teak wood on the back needs a coat of, well, whatever they finish this with. I'm sure it's not varnish, but that coating that they use for the teak on the back of the boats, it's going to need to be sanded and redone. The wood itself is in good shape, straight, solid. All the mounts are solid. The prop has a couple of areas where it looks like they pulled in a little too close to shore and hit the rocks, but you can see the drive and everything is straight and good. Everything under here is good and solid. Go over here and show you this side. So everything under here is great. I mean, it has not had any damage down under here at all. So this is the Centurion 02 Sport Bowrider. This thing, see, in fact, they had it registered in up to June of last year. So, I mean, it was in the water not too long ago. I've had it for probably, I've had it just a little over a year. So, just after they went and or planned on buying stickers or did whatever, I don't know. This stuff happened. So, but it's a great boat. It's a great project. A lot of cosmetic damage, I know, but structurally, mechanically, it's a sound boat. Needs a few things, and then you could stick it on the water. I mean, a few little things and a couple of days work, I'm pretty sure I could take it out there, float it, and run it. I mean, I wouldn't have a windshield, yeah, but I know I could get out there and have a good time with it and then work on it. But yeah, so I mean, the usability is, you know, is fine, and so it just, like I said, it needs some cosmetic work. My plans too on that top surface was just to resin it, fiberglass it, prime it, and paint it, and use a real good automotive clear coat on the top. Since it's not in the water all the time, it'll hold up just fine. Just forget the gel coat, just paint it and match it, stripe it, make it look good. But that's a Centurion. If you have any more questions, feel free to give me a call. I hope this kind of helped out to show you all the damage and show you that I'm trying to represent the boat as honestly as possible so that you get a good idea of what it needs. And thanks for looking. Have a nice day.